trauma is anything where you feel that your boundaries have been violated in the and that it was too much, too fast, too overwhelming in the absence of an empathetic, compassionate person supporting you in that moment.
Welcome to the No Common Measure podcast, where we tell stories that will guide and inspire you to look at your life experiences differently.
So how would you describe trauma or define it?
I'm going to give you the definition of Dr. Peter Levine, who is the creator of the somatic experiencing. He says, a lot of people think that trauma has to be like a very big event, that traumatic, drastic event. And what he says is that actually trauma is anything where you feel that your boundaries have been violated in the and that it was too much, too fast, too overwhelming in the absence of an empathetic, compassionate person supporting you in that moment. So think about children in their development. How many times, depending on the reaction of a parent, they could sense that they were overwhelmed and they didn't know what to do. And there was no one there to validate and to hold them and to support them to that. And sometimes it's what we see, not necessarily what we experience, that is traumatic. So there's so many things in a development, even in a happy household, where parents haven't been really equipped to validate the children's feelings, not because they're bad people, but just because they haven't even been held as children or learned to connect to their emotions and to make emotions safe to be with emotions, right? So this is one part. This is one part of my answer. The second part of my answer is that anxiety and depression are often ways that the nervous system can respond to either us being living in the past or projecting pain into the future.
Yes.
And we could be shut down from our traumas and disconnected, and therefore we tend to be more depressed due to the past. And we could be in hyperarousal and afraid and feeling unsafe. And it's a dysregulation of the nervous system, and therefore we are anxious. But the problem is that when we can't be with whatever is emerging and we try to suppress, it just keeps growing inside of us. So a lot of anxiety and depression can actually be healed if we take an approach through the body rather than through talk therapy. And when we become skilled in supporting ourselves.
Yes, that is powerful. Anxiety and depression is when you suppress the emotions that you feel, or you hold on to things from the past and you project it into the future. That's powerful. Yes, I did not even think about that way. I guess that's why forgiveness is important, because when you're holding on to resentment, it means that you're holding on to something that happened to you in the past, right? You're carrying it with you all the way into the future, right? So what techniques do you use to help with trauma? Say a trauma victim comes to you, how would you help them?
I'm just going to be more, I guess, specific as to who I work with, because I don't really work with someone who has survived a big traumatic event and that they come to me straight after that event to heal from that trauma. What I do is when I am coaching people and they are moving towards their goals and many times they are overwhelmed, they can be depressed, they can experience anxiety as a byproduct of feeling stuck in life and wanting something that they're not feeling the ability to mobilize the resources, the intention, the energy to move towards that. And when we are working in our coaching process, as things emerge in the work, we then access information through the body that gives us gives us information about some events where the energy has been mobilized and trapped in the body.
Mhm.
And so it's stuck there and it's running the show, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because they have made decisions at the time about themselves, about the world, and about people.
Mhm.
And they're stuck in those decisions that are from versions of themselves which are much younger than they are now. So even though the conscious mind could, see things differently, those parts are almost like protective mechanisms of that we develop to survive, that we need to then find new meaning so that people can move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yes. This ability to trap energy in yourself is very, very powerful. And so, for example, if someone is coming in new and they don't know what trauma is, and they don't even know that their actions are being driven by trauma, how would you explain that to them?